Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from House Basketball Training, and today I'm going to show you some amazing set basketball plays against the 2-3 zone defense. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from House Basketball Training, and on this channel, if you're new, I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. But anyways, today I'm going to show you some really good set plays that you can run against a zone defense. And this zone defense is the 2-3. So let's get down to the clipboard and let's check this out. So here is the 2-3. Most likely what we're going to see is those two guys closing off the up top point, and what we will probably also see is player 5 moving up as well as player 4 and 3. So what we're going to try and do is we are going to try and get player 2 open for a 3-point shot in this wing. And how we're going to do that is by setting up player 5 as a screen here, 4 as a screen here, and player 3 as a screen here. Player 1 is going to dribble drive over to this side, which is going to bring player 2 over to him, and player 3 is going to be watching this. Same as player 5, nobody's going to be watching this area of the court. So player 2 is going to go and cut baseline. Now he may be open in the key for a lob, especially in this area here, mainly because especially if these guys are paying attention up here, they're not seeing what's going on down here. So that could be a layup opportunity for player 2 there. Or player 2 might be able to pop out to that wing, in which case player 3 will still try and guard this area, especially if he doesn't see what's happening over here, for player 1 to pass player 2 the ball for the 3-point shot. Now, if player 3 does recognize what's going on, he may pop out. And if that happens, we will have a nice bounce pass to player 3 who could go in for a layup because player 4 is still screening. However, if player 5 fights through, we now have player 4 open in the middle of the key for a floater as an opportunity as well. So here we have another 2-3 set play, and what we are going to try and do here is try to get some open layups along the baseline. And how we're going to do that is we're going to utilize player 2 at that high post. So what I'm going to do here is we're most likely going to have players 1 and 2 closing off the up top, which now leaves player 2 open to start on one of these two wings, or not wings, elbows, shoulders, whatever, and he's going to cut across. We want to try and hit him up either here or on the opposite elbow, shoulder, whatever. I called him elbow. And we're going to try and hit him up there, which is now going to open up many opportunities. Now, when player 2 drives towards the middle, that's going to bring player 5 out. And now, if player 4 is able to screen and keep player 3 behind them, and player 4 is going to be moving in as well, most likely because he still needs to cover and watch out for player 3 up top, most likely what we're going to see is player 5 being open for a bounce pass or a lob in this area. In which case, we now have two options for a layup for that nice, easy shot. Now, in our third play, what we're going to have is now player 2 still staying in that high post, and we're going to try and utilize having player 3 open in this corner. And what we're going to do here is going to pass over to player 3, which is most likely going to be bringing player 1 and player 4 over, and player 5 red covering blue 5. In which case now we can now have player 2 set a screen on this opposite player so that now player 1 can cut down the middle of the key. That should leave him wide open for now either a floater, or if player 5 sees that happening and recovers, we may now have a floater back down to player 5 or a bounce pass option as well for a nice easy layup. Now in this fourth play, what we're going to try and do is have a lot of players stacking up top, which is now going to bring the zone defense up higher. And this is what we really want right now in this play. We want these 3 players to get as high as possible. And the reason for that is now we want to start with player 4 and player 5 switching sides, which is now going to bring this man up just a bit higher once again. Now by doing that, we're going to have player 5 hopefully open. If not, player 4 will be open. And what we're hoping for now is for player 1 to drop down and for player 5 to move up, or the wing player to move up. We want something like this to happen. We want these two players to move higher to guard player 5 in that high post. Now, multiple options can open up. What can happen is we may have player 4 dropping down. This could be a lob. That's a long stretch. May not happen, is not the number one option. What we're hoping for, though, is for player 3 to move down. He's going to be open for a three-point shot or possibly cut in baseline. If he does, player 4 is open for the bounce pass when player 5 recovers down. Or what could happen is now we could have still nobody in the key. We might have player 4 dropping back down, player 5 moving up, or something like this happening, in which case we will now have a very good option for player 3 to still be open, or player 4 could screen for player 3, and we may get a nice, easy, nice bounce pass or lob over to player 2 for another layup. Now, I am personally a huge fan of running a horns offense against a 2-3 zone, and the reason is we can have player 5 and 4 pop out to any of these areas and they are totally wide open. So by doing that, let's say player 5 pops out, player 1 is going to pass player 5 the ball, and that's going to bring player 1 over. We're still going to be having player 2 shadowing player 1, and we're going to be having player 5 still playing roughly the middle area, but what we are going to have here is a nice back cut, a nice back screen. We're going to have player 4 back screening on player 2, and that's going to have player 1 cut down the middle. Now what we're hoping for is for player 1 to continue out to this wing. At this time, we now have player 2 still guarding player 4. What we now want is for player 4 to set a screen and roll on player 5. Now that's going to bring player 2 higher, and that's going to have player 4 rolling down the middle of the key. Player 5 is going to pass to player 4, and this is going to bring in the defense. We now have two options for three-point shots out on the wing. Whichever one of these two players is a better three-point shooter is going to get the ball first. Now, he could take the three-point shot. Player 3 could be recovering out, but now look what happens. Player 1 could pass to player 2 for the three-point shot, and he'll be wide open. Or player 2 could be driving, and another layup opportunity will be created. Now, these are some really good basketball set plays that you can run against the 2-3 zone defense. I hope that you have enjoyed. I do post new videos every single day, so I will see you guys again tomorrow for another basketball play, drills, and skills video. Hello, basketball coaches. So yes, this is a quick few second advertisement. Basically, I just want to let you guys know that I have another channel called Football Coach Allen. I go over football plays. I am starting to add more and more plays on there. So if you are a football coach as well as a basketball coach, go check that out. You can see it in the link in the description below, but you can also see it as my other channels on the right side of my main YouTube channel, Basketball Coach Allen. So I will see you guys over there, hopefully. Hello, so if you have liked this video, click over here to subscribe, or maybe over here, depending on which side I put it on. I don't know yet. Anyways, also the opposite direction or the opposite side is another video you may like. So I hope to see you again in one of those next videos. Yeah.